generally you're not speaking to the homeless person, you're speaking to their addiction.
Sometimes.
Majority of the time. Most of them are drinking on the streets, they're smackheads on the streets. Yeah, why? How did they become smackheads? You've got to understand that there's something leading to it. There's something that's the cause of it. So I'll give you an example. Could a practicing Muslim ever be a smackhead? No. Never.
You know, I don't know enough about the practices of Islam.
So in Islam, drugs are prohibited.
Right.
So if drugs are prohibited and you're following that teaching, you can never be a smackhead.
But you know, you can't give me an example of a country that is under sort of Islamic rule where there's no crackheads. It doesn't exist.
No. I'm saying to you, okay, I'll make it easy for you.
It's not like Islam is exempt.
If this country here, if people practice Islam in this country, there would be no smackheads.
If every single human practiced Islam.
If those smackheads had practiced Islam,
there would be a lot of other issues, though. I feel.
No, but they wouldn't be smackheads, would they? If people practice Islam, could they be alcoholics?
And this is an important point.
One second. If they practice Islam, could they be alcoholics?
No. And this is one point I want to make.
If they practiced Islam, one second.
All right.
If they practice Islam, could they be in longer payday loan debt?
I don't know about the rules of that with Islam.
No.
I'll believe you.
And if they practice Islam, okay. And if they practice Islam, would they be in gambling debt?
I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Right.
I believe you.
And if they practice Islam, one second.
I know where you're going.
Where am I going?
You're gonna come up with some other immoral or something that leads to suffering and say, would Muslims do it? No.
That's not what I'm saying. No. First thing is, I would never say, would Muslims do it? Yeah, and I'm not asking. I'm not interested in what Muslims do. I'm talking about if they practice Islam. Okay. So if you practice Islam, you couldn't be an alcoholic. If you practice Islam, you could be
a lot of things.
No, one second. Relax. Okay, you couldn't be a smackhead. You couldn't be a drunk alcoholic. No. Couldn't be a prostitute. No. You couldn't really be sexually immoral. No. You couldn't be in longer payday loan debt, and you couldn't have a gambling addiction. Okay. And we've just agreed that all of those things are the cause of dysfunctional homes.
Those are some of the causes of...
Oh, okay, give me another cause.
War.
How does war cause the breakup of a family?
Your father dies fighting in a war.
Okay.
So, you know.
Right, so let's imagine...
I need to go...
Let's imagine the scenario. Let's imagine the scenario. Okay. If I died...
Keep interrupting me, I'm just going to leave. So I want to try and bring it to a bit of a conclusion because I do have things I need to do. We just demonstrated that the suffering that you're talking about, and you're the one who brought up dysfunctional families as the root cause of these things, of criminals. As a cause. It's not the only cause. There's plenty of criminals.
No. Well, we know 70% of people in prison, like I said to you, from broken homes. What causes broken homes? The same things.
Yeah, but, you know, not everybody...
70% of people in prison.
The prison population does not make up the whole population of criminals.
Yeah, but the vast majority. I said 70%.
There's a lot of, people with a lot of money doing all sorts of different kinds of crime.
70%. Okay, so 70% of people in prison from broken homes. Okay. There's a pattern there.
Yeah.
All right. And you're big on this poverty thing. I get it. And we know drugs and alcohol and gambling cause poverty. So you should be against drugs, gambling, and alcohol. Standard.
Misuse. Drug, alcohol.
How do you misuse gambling?
Misuse.
How do you misuse an addiction?
By gambling with money you don't have.
How do you do that when you're addicted?
This is what I'm saying. An addiction is a misuse. If you're addicted to something, you're misusing it.
So how do you not have the addiction?
By not misusing it.
And how do you not misuse it if you're addicted to it?
Well, once you're addicted to it, you need to be treated. Medically. Not just criminalised, not just bunged up, not killed.
No, I'm not saying that. But wouldn't it be better not to do the action in the first place?
Of course.
Okay, good man.
Of course, but there's people with addictive personalities. They need to be educated and they need to be shown a better way before that happens.
What's your Instagram anyway?
I agree with that.
I'll
give you. I just want to make I want to bring these together. I agree, and I think one of the main big causes of crime, broken families in general, is, and this is going to sound cringe to anybody that thought I was an atheist or something, but is a lack of sort of spiritual connection, a lack of religion, if you want to use those words. I think, especially in this country, those people that go and gamble, those people that have drug, alcohol misuse issues, it's because they're looking for a connection that they could have found with God, maybe, for example.
And what would that connection mean?
And I think
what would that entail?
And I think, let me finish. And I think, especially in this country, a lot of people have been absorbed with the sort of the culture of like, oh, you just go to work for 8 hours a day, come home, feed your family. Oh, is this all my life's going to be? And I think if we showed people that you can enrich your life spiritually, that they could find that connection there. Maybe they wouldn't go out and cause crime and do these things if they had that in their conscious awareness. But a lot of people don't, especially in poverty. A lot of people, they don't even think about it. People I know, they don't even, it doesn't cross their mind. They just go, oh, what's life about? It's about having fun.
You believe in God?
It's about getting fucked up. I do believe in God.
If God says don't drink alcohol, what would you do?
I don't think he would ever say that.
Why?
Like as a blanket statement.
Why not?
Because I think alcohol has benefits.
According to who? Our foundation said there's 0 benefits in alcohol.
Well,
what's the benefit of alcohol?
I mean, alcohol is a tricky one because I don't drink.
But you know the amazing thing about what you just said then?
Yeah.
Do you know what Allah says in the Quran about alcohol?
There you go. Sorry that took me so long.
No, it's okay. Did I follow you or whatever?
Yeah, you follow me. I'll add you back when I can't use my phone outside, so I'll do it when I get home.
So what I was going to say,
in the Quran,
Allah says in the Quran that even though there may be benefit in it, in alcohol, the harm is greater.
I agree with alcohol. I think we should probably ban all alcohol.
Hey, that's a beep, that's a beep,
I also believe, if it was, let's just, hypothetically speaking, if you and I were the only humans on Earth, some alternate dimension, or maybe everybody dies, okay? Just me and you. Just you and I. Can you imagine that? I know you don't want to, it'd probably be... it would be
one of the worst nightmares, mate.
Don't worry, I wouldn't enjoy it either. But if I then say, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to pick weed off of that plant, I'm going to smoke it. Now, I'm not trying to be offensive, but who the fuck are you to tell me, or try and stop me from doing that? You're nobody.
I wouldn't care.
Just because we have a greater society, just because there's people marginalised, I think we should try and help those marginalised people, bring them into the community, as opposed to just saying, no, you can't do drugs or alcohol. People should be able to make those choices, but they should make them educated choices, informed choices. Yeah. We're not educated, we're not informing.
You don't believe in choices?
Well, honestly, I'm not decided on the whole free will thing. I just wanted to defend.
Well, no, come on, your whole start of the conversation was you don't have free choice because that's how you ended up defending Hitler.
I wanted to argue that point because my man was doing.
Don't trust me one thing, brother. Don't try to defend points you can't defend. Are you going to? Anyway, Lucas, I'm going to let you go, Lucas. It's been fantastic, man.
What's your name?
I'm Hamza.
Hamza.
Yeah, inshallah.
Lucas.
Bye, my brother. How you doing, man?
I'll see you again. It was good to talk to you.
Well, I'll see you on Instagram, inshallah.
Yeah, man. I'll add you back.
All right. Take care,
brother.
All the best.
Thank you, everybody.
I'm just going to do a catch-up.
All right.
What if you are dying from thirst and hunger? Would you give your iman up, your faith up, in order to survive? Probably not. Probably not. Because you'd rather die in hunger and thirst than give up your religion, right? This is how much we value our faith. It's priceless. Brothers and sisters, let me introduce you to Norway. This is a European country where the vast majority of people have become irreligious. There are 200,000 Muslims of a population of about 5 million, and most of these 200,000 Muslims have no idea how to explain Islam to their non-Muslim friends and neighbors. But that needs to change. Allah sent His messenger to call people to eternal success. And that is why Muslims in Norway are now establishing a masjid and dawah center to enhance the Norwegian dawah. But they cannot do this alone. We need to support them. If you donate to this cause, you will inshallah reap the rewards of thousands of Muslims coming back to Islam, and many of those will become du'at and invite to Islam. You will share in the reward for all those shahadas and good deeds to come, inshallah. So click the link and donate now and share the video for extra reward.